Hey everybody, Sawyer here. I'm here with an unboxing video for this new kadia shipment I got in. If you guys aren't familiar, I have talked about this before, but New Kadia is basically a website that sells comic books. It's a real big comic book warehouse or whatever. And they mostly pride themselves on having like cheaper books, being able to give books for cheaper prices because they have so many back issues or whatever, that's their claim. And I've ordered from them probably 5 or 6 times. I've never had problems. I wouldn't go there, like they're usually out of stock on key issues and stuff, obviously because it's key issues and all that. So I wouldn't go there for your like big purchases, but if you want to if you basically if you like to like get a shipment of like dollar books or cheaper, this is probably the place to go. I feel like it's the best place for like the cheapskates, the people that want to just get a large quantity of books, to like fill in gaps and stuff. They do a lot of, they have a lot of like sales where they do like, well, they have a lot of backlog books which are usually like 40 cents and cheaper. I mean, you can't really beat that on an online site. I mean, sometimes it might beat in your store, but you ain't gonna beat 40 cents for a comic book on an online retailer. Just you're not. So show off the box a little bit. Let's cover up my address. Ain't nobody need to see that right now. And yeah, it's basically just this pretty cool box. You got a little new Kadia image or mascot or whatever over there, Mr. Captain New Kadia or whatever his name is. Pretty nice sturdy box. This is probably about 20 or 30 bucks in here, and they pack it real nice and tight, so that's good. Let's go ahead and open this bitch up. A little box cutter. I don't actually use the blade. I just use the scraper tool at the bottom to be able to get in here real good. Oh, my bad. It's got a little pull tab. I didn't even realize there's a pull tab there. Just try that. And as you can see here, well, you can't see because I haven't shown you yet, but let's finish opening the box first. There's always that one piece of tape that does not want to move. So, as you can see here, they pack it pretty tight. And you got some books in there. They give you a little invoice. It tells you all the stuff you bought and has little promotional things on it. Has a little newsletter thing on it and all that cool stuff. You get some. They send you some coupons. So yeah, you get a coupon for 30% off your entire next order, and you get a coupon for 12% off your entire order. One of them expires in April, and the other one expires in June. So that's pretty cool. Let's get into the actual books they sent me. Let's go ahead and talk about the free book real quick. Whenever you order from New Kadia, they always send you like a free book of your choice. It's usually like free comic book day type stuff or promotional things, but it's still cool. You get a free book, and yet your order has to qualify, of course. But and the more your order is, the more free books you'll get. So, but this one I didn't realize what this was. I thought it was actually going to be a full-length book, but it's just like a little pamphlet thing, a pocket comic for Pokemon. So yeah, I mean I guess it's a cool little kids thing, but I didn't realize how thin this was. I mean, it's literally like a little tiny pamphlet. Alright. Let's get into the actual books. So we have a couple of these Strikeforce issues. I wanted to pick these up just because they were cheap, and they had quite a few of them on the site, on the place I was looking at. So I wanted to basically, and it's a mini-series. At least I think it's a mini-series. Well, no, it's not a mini-series, but it's a short series. So I wanted to try to pick them all up at some point. So, and maybe give them a read whenever I get them all. Because it's, my brother was telling me about it. It's like an old 80s Marvel thing they were trying to do about like a team of superheroes that like were like genetically made or something, and they only had like a short time to live. They were living on borrowed time basically. So I thought it was kind of a cool concept. So I picked some of these up. They're not going to be in order, so I'm just going to go through them. Got a couple issues of Night Stalker. Night Stalkers. I always like the art on these comics. I thought they're really cool. And something New Kadia always does. New Kadia gives you a little grading sheet on the back telling you like how they graded the book and like why they graded it that way. So I always thought that was cool that they actually do that. They like self-grade each book and give you like a list. Then we have this, and they always bag and board everything too, which is cool. Then we have a Punisher meets the Night Stalker. That's why I got this one. And plus, it has a cool cover. I just love these covers, man. Hannibal King has never looked so damn badass as it does in those covers. Then we have Night Thrasher #1. It's part of a 4-issue miniseries. I figure I might try to complete this series at some point. I love 4-issue miniseries because they're easy to complete, they're easy reads, and they're just it's fun to try to complete them. It's fun to try to find them. Then here we have Neil Gaiman's Wheel of Worlds #0. I don't know what this is, but the art looked really cool on the cover, and it's a Neil Gaiman story, so I figured why not? And it was $1. I mean, why not? It looks like it's kind of like an anthology story, like multiple stories maybe. I don't know. And then we have Fate #0. I've always thought this character was interesting, and he's like one of those really short-lived '90s, DC characters. So I just kind of wanted to get I just wanted to kind of get some comics from him. He's basically, I don't know if he's supposed to be Dr. Fate or he's just like a disciple of Dr. Fate, but he's basically this guy that he uses magical. He's just a normal guy, but he uses magical weapons that are forged from Dr. Fate's helmet or Dr. Fate's armor. Like as you can see here, he's got little like throwing knives that are shaped like the Fate symbol or whatever his symbol is. I don't know what the proper name for that symbol is. He also has a sword that's forged out of the same material. I mean, to me it was an interesting idea to kind of to me it was an interesting concept for Dr. Fate to take the most powerful magical character and make him into basically like a monster hunter that uses weapons forged from the armor. I thought that was kind of cool. Then we have Butcher #1. I don't know what this is. This is a DC character, and I just thought it looked kind of cool. I like picking up these kind of like weird, like offshoot characters, especially if it's the first issue. I love picking up the random offshoot appearances. Then we have, this one's a little more beat up than I thought it was going to be, but we have Valiant Readers. Valiant Reader #1. This is basically, I think this is just, if I remember right, this is basically just like a kind of like a who's who for the Valiant universe in the 90s. It's basically catching you up. It's supposed to be catching you up with all the characters and stuff. So I believe that's what this is actually. Let's look at it real quick. Yeah, that's what this is. It's basically, it gives you like a list of each character, and it gives you like a little timeline thing to follow of all their major moments and stuff. So it shows off everybody that's been in the Valiant universe at that point. Yeah, I think every major company has had a who's who type thing at some point. Like a basically encyclopedia type of to explain all their characters. Except for maybe Image or somebody, because Images, nowadays are creator owned, so it's gonna be kind of hard to do that. We have the first collector's issue, guys. First collector's issue. That means it's a very valuable. No, I'm kidding. It doesn't mean shit. But we have Deathlock #1. Now this book has got some. I can tell right off the bat that this book has some spine row issues, or looks like it anyway. It looks like it's real flat on the spine. But what did they grade this at? They graded this at a... What did they grade this at? Looks like they graded it like very fine or something like that, or very good. But yeah, it's that's fine though. I mean, for $1, I'll take it. Then we have the Hardcourt #11. I really like these Hardcourt covers, and I like the comic itself. It's an interesting story. So I like to pick these up when I can. They're usually dirt cheap, and this is just a cool cover. I like the walls are caving in on them, and spikes and stuff. Then we have Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. I think I picked the first one up in here somewhere too. I used to read this as a kid, so this has just got kind of a soft spot for me because I used to like pick these up from the gas station by my house as a kid. So yeah, just kind of 90s or early 2000 Nick Fury run. Uh, let's go over some. Let's go over like let's try to find all the ones that are saying real quick. That's what I'm gonna do real quick. Okay. Here we have the first issue of Nick Fury and his Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Really cool cover. I like this cover a lot. It's kind of a cool poster, like, you know, yeah, just a cool pose for all the characters. They all look badass. Then we have some more Hardcourt issues. Hardcourt number 10, another really cool cover featuring Torok guest starring. Another cool cover. I like how there's dead mascots on the ground. They've been like shot and shit, and there's like they're fighting some Harbingers. It looks like, or they could just be fighting. They could just be fighting some other members of Hardcourt. Oh yeah, that's the Hardcourt back there. I forgot that Hardcourt is basically a group of people that use Harbinger powers. They don't actually have Harbinger powers, but they're able to artificially give themselves powers. That's basically what the concept of the series is. Is like Harbingers are like mutants in this world or in this company, and the Hardcourts are basically a military like task force that they have like a satellite or something that can give them powers, and each one of them has like a chip put into their head that can let them access the abilities from the satellite. And so it's cool. So you basically have a team of like superpowered people that can have any superpower, but the problem is the system can only give you one power at a time. So it's kind of interesting how they have to like they can switch between them on the fly, but it's just cool how they have to like pick and choose what ability they have. They have to announce it. They have to tell like the system what they want. It's kind of interesting. So a lot of times you'll have like one character who's got the shield power and he's like blocking the bullets, while somebody else is running in with energy bolts, and then you got somebody else that's flying and they're like carrying somebody to drop them down. It's really cool how they're able to do it like a military. It's cool how they're able to like make the superpowered people feel like a military force, like they actually fight like a military force. Anyway, we have number 1 right here. Really cool cover. I like it. You know, all the gunslinger right there in the front shooting his energy bolts. They all have all these guys have nicknames too. Like they all have little. Like code names. The main guy is Gunslinger. I think the balding guy is supposed to be Space Shear, and then the real bald guy up here is what is his name? Mad Dog or something like that? No, something to do with madness. Maniac. I think it's Maniac. Then we have Secret Weapons number 1. Cool cover. And we have Sword of the Atom number 2. I really like the series. This is a fun little mini series they did, where the Atom was basically he was shrinking, and he got stuck like real small. He couldn't turn back normal, and he basically had to survive. And he ends up finding like this microscopic group of people, I think, and like or not microscopic, but little group of people. And he ends up carrying a sword, and he starts like he becomes like a barbarian or something. Like he fights for them, and he becomes like their warrior. It's pretty crazy Atom story, honestly. And then we have the Shadow War of Hawkman number 2. I don't know what this is actually about, but it's a really cool cover. I like this classic Hawkman art. Then we saved the best for last, guys. This is a comic that's so iconic, and everybody has to own it. I'm actually not kidding about that. It's so iconic because it's so weird and just zany. We have Neil Adams' Skate Man number 1, the superhero that skates. Yes, giving the good old villain a kick of his non-inline skates. Those are some old school skates. But yeah, such a silly character, honestly. I mean, look at those shorts. I've never actually seen the internal art for this. I kind of want to see what it looks like. It might be black and white. I don't know how this works because this looks like I think this is an underground comic. No, it's actually in color. Okay. Yep. So let's see. Yeah, Neil Adams, man, like I'm pretty sure this is something he created, huh? Yeah. I'm gonna have to give this a read and a review because this looks like gonna be a fun read actually. But yeah, guys, that's all I have for this video. Basically, just wanted to go over that little haul from New Kadia. So see you guys later, and thanks for watching the video.